Good morning, everybody. Mel Soul here from the Mel Soul Golf School with your February 2017 golf tip. And we're here at Tupelo Bay Golf Center, where my South Carolina headquarters are located. And we're going to have a fantastic spring. The weather through winter here has been very mild, so I can see we're going to have an amazing springtime. So come down if you want to work on your game with us. We have my school up at Sea Trail, just across the border into North Carolina. 3 great golf courses. David Olberding is the instructor there. For those of you that have had David over the years, that's where David will be located. I am going to be here. Lance Laws, my assistant's going to be here. We're going to take care of people that come to Tupelo Bay. So give us a call, 800-624-4653. You can visit on the website at ritson-soul.com, also at Facebook at Golf Schools. So the monthly golf tip today is aimed mainly at beginners and people that are learning the game. And the frustration that most beginners have is topping the ball, hitting the ball off the toe, not being able to put the ball in the middle of the club face and in the air consistently. Now, you cannot play golf if you cannot control the bottom of your arc. The bottom of the arc is where that ball is. If my bottom of my arc is right where the ball is there, the ball's going to go up in the air and the ball's going to go along the ground. If my arc is higher, I'm going to hit the ball along the ground. So how do you learn to control the bottom of your arc? So I'm going to give you a couple of drills that you can do. You can practice these in your living room on an extra piece of carpet if you want to, or a mat. You can go into your backyard and practice it on the grass. But you need to learn to just brush the grass like that. I call this the brush shot. And you're just letting the club just brush. So that's where you start. You just start. I'm not trying to do anything fancy other than brush the grass consistently. That's really the first thing you want to do. There are 2 parts of the golf swing that are critical to controlling the bottom of the arc. The position of your head and the length of your left arm. If I let my left arm bend like this, the club's going to be higher. I'm going to top the ball. If I move my head up or down, again, I cannot control. So the 2 things is the position of my head, which is really my spine angle, and the length of my left arm. That way I can swing this club back and forth and just brush the grass every time. So that's goal number 1. So for you beginners out there, just take the club until it's about parallel to the ground here and go through to parallel to the ground there. Just back, forth. I don't mind whether you do it with no wrist hinge, with wrist hinge, doesn't really matter. I want you just to brush both ways, that way and that way. I don't want you to dig into the ground. I don't want you to whiff it completely. You guys are going to find, the beginners are going to find it a little difficult in the beginning to do that. But you cannot progress and learn to hit a ball if you cannot do that. So this is the number 1 thing for you beginners. Then once you can do that, now you can put a ball there and see if you can just brush the grass and brush the ball off the top of the grass. Again, you can see I'm not hitting this very hard. This is a little drill that you want to do. The whole purpose of this is to feel, you can see the grass stain on my club face here. I hit that ball right in the middle of the club face. It went in the air dead straight, maybe 20, 30 yards at the most. Once I can do that, maybe that's going to take you a week, maybe it's going to take you 2 weeks to have the ability to do that. Don't be tempted to say, well, I'm going to see how I can do with a full swing. Don't be tempted to do that. Be patient. When we were in grade 1 in school, we didn't say, give me a pen, I want to write a letter. The teacher said, this is how you do A, this is how you do B. You did the alphabet slowly, step by step. This is how the body learns. So I want you to do the same thing here. This is the A's right here. Brush, brush, brush. This is the B's. Brush the ball off the grass. C would be when you're going into a full swing, but at this stage, learn to hit the ball in the middle of the club face every time. Now, I'm going to now go to, instead of the shaft being parallel to the ground, I'm going to let my arm go to parallel to the ground, and then my arm parallel to the ground here. So we call that the 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So again, you'll see when I do this, I just brush the ball off the grass. Didn't take a divot, just brush the ball off the grass. Work on that for a day or two. Feel confident until you can finally go to the entire swing. And again, you can see I didn't hit that very hard, but I want to control the bottom of my arc. That's the whole purpose of this golf tip, is to, if you want to improve your golf, this is the way you've got to do it if you're a beginner. Try that out. I'm sure you're going to love this little exercise.